Hey there, everyone. Let me be honest, I've always been honest with you guys, and it has been a while since I have uploaded a video. And the last time we spoke, it was the preview to the Liverpool game that didn't go according to plan. And I did want to do a review of the game, as I always do, but I certainly had to take a bit of a break, mainly because of my mental capacity. I recently lost someone very close to me. It was a tragic loss, and it certainly affected me in a negative way because I was not in the mental state to be talking about the loss to Liverpool and trying to analyze the game as I normally do. And I basically try to gather the strength to make videos, and the international break came and it went, and we have Southampton coming up tomorrow, you know, and it's a game that needs its proper focus. But I certainly have been struggling to do certain things to function on a daily because there's a gap missing. We all know the pain of loss. I'm sure, we all have lost someone in our lives, in our family, friends, pets, at times. And even losing a pet sometimes can feel just as difficult and as painful as losing a brother, a sister, a mother, a father, a grandmother, a friend, whatever you name it. Losing something in life that is close to you will always affect you. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. And my mind wasn't really there to speak about that loss to Liverpool. And as I said, I gathered the strength to make this video today. So it's not going to be a long one. I'm just previewing the game to Southampton. And I certainly want us to win. Southampton have a new manager that they've done well in the Championship, came to the Premier League, tried to play the same type of football, and lost their games quite narrowly with 1-0 losses in both their opening games. And you certainly would think to yourself that, yes, it's Southampton. Yes, they just got promoted, and it should be a team that we should be winning. But the way we have played, we lost to Brighton, we lost to Liverpool, and in both those games, you could say we did play well. We just were not able to defend in good moments. Casemiro giving the ball away against Liverpool, that in itself, was mistakes that we should not expect of an experienced player. And there was rumors of him leaving halftime, actually leaving the stadium, not just being, dropped to the bench, when Toby Collier came on at halftime. There are certain things that is concerning, but on the other hand, you also want to understand that Casemiro is an experienced player and you would expect him to just bounce back from that. But it's been a difficult time for him since last season, the performances that he had, and of course, not being, shall I say, part of the final squad when we played against City in that FA Cup final. Whether it was by choice or whether Ten Hag made the decision not to put him in the squad, you don't know what the truth is on that. But in a game like this against Southampton, we do need to bounce back. The loss to Liverpool was difficult to take. It certainly was a wake up call to see exactly how far we are in terms of what we are trying to do with the team and how we are trying to play. It was good to hear the likes of Omar Barada coming out and backing Ten Hag publicly, saying that we are trying to build a style of play that is only for Manchester United and recognized with Manchester United. And whether Ten Hag is the man to take us forward or not, I still do believe that he needs time. I still think that we have players to come back, the likes of Hoyland, Luke Shaw, you know, we have Lenny Yoro as well, who is making his recovery to come back. So we do have moments where we are going to be much better in terms of the overall team that we are putting out there. But in all fairness, we also need to be realistic and see where we are. We ain't going to be competing for the league. And no matter what Ronaldo says with regards to what Ten Hag said, it's just an opinion. We certainly have to focus on ourselves only and try and better our game as a team. Because once we do that, the results will follow because our performances have been good. We just are still here and there making silly mistakes, small errors that is costing us games. So these are things that we hope can be ironed out throughout the course of the season, that we can improve upon. It's small details that we definitely can improve upon, in my opinion. And for this particular game, I do think Ten Hag should stick with the same team, but I do want him to bring in Manuel Ugarte from the start because he has played for Uruguay in the international break. I'm sure that he will be fit enough to start the game. And if he doesn't finish the game, you have Casemiro to come on, or even Kobe Mainu if you decide, or if Ten Hag decides to play Casemiro and Ugarte as a two, with Bruno being that out and out number 10 without having his defensive responsibility, so to say, and having to be much deeper. But on the other hand, that's another conversation. Bruno being deeper like he did when he plays for Portugal is a weapon that can be used. And if Mount is back, you maybe play Mount as a number 10, you play Bruno and you play Ugarte, and who knows, maybe two number 8s. We basically will have options now that Ugarte is here. And Ten Hag might go with Ugarte and Casemiro because you don't want to drop Casemiro. He still has assets that we can use defensively in the box, defending corners. I mean, he is a defensive midfielder by trade and he's very good in the air. And in the attack, we know he definitely can win balls from corners, set pieces. When we do attack, he's shown it, and we know his qualities. And if he has less defensive responsibilities and he doesn't have to have himself exposed like he did against Liverpool, someone like Ugarte can simply be behind him, be the legs that he doesn't have anymore, cleaning up, making tackles, making interceptions, and Casemiro can focus on progressing the ball forward and being part of the attack when we are trying to get the ball into the box, or when we are trying to build up play and be a bit higher up the pitch. Casemiro can still be an asset going forward. However, you don't want to drop Kobe Mainu, and you shouldn't drop Kobe Mainu. So you start Ugarte against Southampton, and you maybe bring on Casemiro after 70 minutes or so, just to come and close out the game and have a bit of extra energy. If you want it vice versa and start Casemiro, then surely we're going to have hope that he has a decent or a good enough game so that when Ugarte comes out and brings the energy, we certainly are in a winning position by that particular point in the game. So for this particular game, I would want us to win, because if we lose, more pressure will be put on Ten Hag, and a lot of people will start to question whether he is the right man for the job or not. So it's going to be a good game. It's going to be an interesting game because Southampton does keep the ball well. They've showed that in their previous two games. Yes, of course, they've lost those games, but they have played some good football. And if they play the ball better than us, there are going to be questions asked of Ten Hag in terms of why we're not able to keep the ball against a lesser team, why we're not able to play with the ball out from the back against a lesser team. So we need to get a win. It is a must win. It's that early in the season. We're speaking about must wins, but that is just the way our season has started. That is the reality of where Manchester United is right now. But I do think that we will win the game. That's just my opinion. And I do believe that we will play much better football because of the team that will be put out there. So enjoy the game. I hope that you guys have a good weekend. Of course, subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and let me know in the comment section what you think of Ten Hag right now. Do you think he's the man to take us forward? And what you expect from the game against Southampton? And what you think should be the changes for this particular game for us to start playing better and have better results? Thank you for joining me, Red Devils. Till we see each other again soon. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you want more content on Manchester United, like, share and subscribe.